Why do white people always wonder when you tell them like, yeah, I don't date white people? They always like, what? Oh my God, you don't date white people? Like you really think that you're the standard? Like you're just not. It's actual reasons, and we can start at this thing gonna be 10 minutes, but let's just make it fun. So besides the fact that the lipless community has oppressed our people for over 400 years, and time after time again, every time you tried to speak to a white woman, then we were either hung or arrested, and we have our ancestors that would just be in our ear the whole time, and we have to deal with your family talking about us behind our backs, and the fact that our cultures never even align to y'all take our cultures and then you twist it and then you make it popular and say it was yours the whole time, every single time. Besides all of that, first of all, we just love black women. That's one. Second, culturally, we are different. I've been in Alexandria for 3 years now, and I've been going to the bars, and every time I go, my white friends be like, oh, you don't want to talk to these girls? She's hot. She's hot. I'm like, no, she's not. She's not. And then you start talking to them, and it gets very weird. And they're like, oh, you probably know this song. And it's like Little John. Like, bro, I don't care. And then once they start doing this, and they start pulling back their hair every 5 seconds, then you're going to jail. Once they get sweaty, clammy, drunk, and start pulling their hair back every 5 seconds, you take that girl home, you're going to prison. A white woman's tears is 15 years. If you've never heard of that, then you're not in the black community. And another thing, why when you meet a white woman in a bar, they trying to kiss you in the mouth? I'm having a regular conversation with this white girl, and she like, I'm like, she like, oh, I didn't know if you wanted to kiss me. No, I don't want mono, and I don't want to kiss you. And why are we kissing out in public? How many doors did you kiss this week? Every time I go out, by the time that song come on, I'd be like, closing time. That's white people's get out of the club song. Closing time. And then they start kissing each other. Like once they turn the lights on in the bar, then you see a whole bunch of like people kissing each other. You would think that, okay, these couples came together. But once you get to know the white people, then you know they just met. They literally just met. Ew. So I know y'all be going raw when you go home. I know you be going raw when y'all be taking them girls home over and over again. That's why y'all keep on having these cold sores. What is going on in that community? That is just disgusting. My mama taught me Saturday, man, and I think that's one of the big cultural differences. And a lot of times you meet these white girls, they haven't showered in 4 days. What is going on with that? What's up with that? If you're not showering, cooking and cleaning is not just a female thing, but me dating females, I would like a woman that knows how to cook and knows how to clean just a little bit, at least. I could take it from there, goodness gracious. And y'all just going home and going raw? Do y'all not know how this affects your community? Another thing, what's up with the cats? You go over a white woman's house and there's cats on the kitchen counter. What's up with the cats? Look, I'm a dog person. I lay up with my dog all the time. But what's up with the cats on the kitchen counter? When I was growing up, my mom wouldn't even let dogs in the kitchen. Y'all got cats on the stove. Give me the heebity-jeebity. And the fact that y'all think everything y'all do is the standard is insane. Like even little stuff like vodka, you like, everybody drinks vodka, bro. Remy Martin, me. Another thing, why every time y'all get thick, you be telling me like, do I look thick? I think I should come down. I should get skinnier. And then all of the young girls want to be thick, and then they want to get lips, and then they want to get lit up. It's like y'all want to cosplay black women and then get rid of the features and then get it back. It's like you're in a game of Sims. Like, bro, this is our real life. We living like this. This is not the Sims. This is not GTA for us. Y'all are insane. Anyway, to the Clear Coalition, the Cream Color Colonizers, the Mayo Monsters, this is not to offend you at any moment, but this is just to let you know why we don't be dating outside of our race. Simple.
All right, so let's just see if we can catch directly up. So, roughly around the same time as 2019, we had a similar occurrence that took place. And because it was happening everywhere else, people wasn't really paying attention, so they didn't really think that it mattered that much. And then slowly but surely, by the time March of 2020 came around, everybody in the media decided to swap gears. And instead of talking about the truth about the people who were really passing around whatever was going on during that time, they want to blame black people. I and probably a few others were out there stating and specifically bringing the news out that, hey, this is what the media is doing. This is what they're trying to say. They're trying to set black people up to be the scapegoat, black people to be the fall guy, when realistically we were not the cause of this at all. And I'm just going to stand right here again and say this is 2025, and I will be damned if I'm going to allow history to potentially repeat itself. So I will be keeping a very close eye directly on this. And for the black people out there, again, like I said before, don't go into hysterics. Don't go into a fear mode like they tried to have you do some time ago. Just pay attention. Make sure you stay healthy, take your vitamins, make sure you wash your hands and do the things that you need to sit up there and do. Don't get directly into hysterics. All right, friends, it's that time of the year where we start off by doing videos and then somehow, some way, Seiji becomes anti-black women. So here we have just a few things, right? And I'm going to go over this just a little bit so people can understand some things. So we have this brand new actor that came onto the scene. He's not really brand new. He's been out there for a minute, but he's brand new to the likes of people in America by the name of Aaron Pierre. And it was found out that he has a Caucasian significant other. But I want to reiterate that I think I might have done a video slightly touching on this topic about the fact that Aaron Pierre has a Caucasian significant other, and that the black women on Twitter just did not care. They were still swooning and this, that, and the third. And they were like, oh, but what does that have to do with him being attractive? Yada, yada. So then, and again, I want to make people understand that you have a divide within a divide. So now you have this one here, right? Where you have a guy to the left. He said he didn't, meaning Aaron Pierre. You did. You were lusting over him in a parasocial relationship you created in your heads. Know the difference, which is true. Again, this is why I'm referencing the fact that you have fields of black women, even though somebody in the comment section stated the reverse. He did the reverse. It was a man that stated that, yo, Aaron Pierre, he's not really worried about y'all because he has a white significant other. And that person was getting flamed. They were like, why would we care? It sounds like you really want to be with him, yada, all this other type of stuff. So this one basically stated he pandered to black women to boast his image. His true preference is white women, but he knows they would never promote him the way black women do. Underneath that, she said that she does not find Aaron Pierre attractive. Underneath that, she said he looked like a cracked out meerkat. So then we can clearly see, going to the right side of the screen, this is her YouTube channel. Of course, they always seem to have a social media space where they can go out there and just talk all types of nonsense about black men. It states, welcome to a dynamic space where women's sovereignty meets sharp intellect. Dive into strategic insight, bold conversations, and empowering tools to navigate and thrive in male-dominated world. It's time to challenge norms, reclaim your power, and shape your own path. Subscribe now. Hashtag divest. Hashtag black women empowerment. Hashtag women empowerment. Hashtag feminism. Hashtag Christian sovereign. And then underneath that stated that the Black Stan Thuggertron Battalion are roasting me, but I'm not backing down. Black women, remove all support from black men. So the reason that I wanted to pair those two comments directly with this post is to showcase the fact that when you have women like this who are on social media, they have a space, they have followers, they make videos, they never happen to get comments like this. You're not going to have these women standing like, oh, are you anti-black women? And how do we go from this and this to magically throwing black men under the bus? You're not going to get any of that at all. It's a very selective outrage whenever it is that things want to be called out, right? When things need to be focused on. And the other thing that I want to point out when it dealt with Aaron Pierre, thing I've noticed is this. When you got somebody that is like Jonathan Majors, right? He is a more darker complected fellow, dark brown to say. women online were stating that he was not attractive at all. Women, especially black women, realistically just caught up with him when he built himself up for Creed 3. I showcased about a year plus ago, I showcased pictures of Jonathan Majors before, and the comments that he was receiving, how black women were talking down and talking negatively about him and stuff, was crazy. Even when he built himself up, they were still saying that he looks like a slave. He has a civil rights face. Like they were just trying to say the utmost type of stuff. And then it went into overdrive when they were like, "Oh, he's with this Caucasian woman, da da da. This is why I'm not even a fan of his," and all this other stuff. But I'm like, you weren't even fans of him in general. You were pretty much following the leader. Whatever other women out here that were non-black, that were, really talking about him and lusting over him, you started following their lead, because originally you weren't even fixated on him. But when it deals with Aaron Pierre, because he's a taller guy, he has light eyes, he has light skin, no matter what he does, I see black women online who's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter if he has a white significant other. What does that have to do with him being found attractive?" And yada yada. What does that have to do with the situation? And then you heard the excuses for the black. They were saying that the black women over there, they're just different, and the people over there in the UK, they tend to date more It was all of these excuses. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I've never seen any of those women make excuses like that for Jonathan Majors. Never. Even when it goes to the point of Michael B. Jordan, there were still a lot of women that were running with all types of rumors when it dealt with Michael B. Jordan, even though all of those rumors were shot down and also proven wrong. But it didn't stop anybody, especially women, from wanting to make certain types of negative comments, especially about his manhood. Again, crazy. And this seems to only happen when it deals with black men. But like I said before, people like this would never happen to call that out or be fixated on those types of things. All right, so you saw the first part. This is technically the second part. This originally was the first part, but I just started off with the last part first, whatever. But anyways, so they originally wrote these comments about the two videos that I posted for you guys and one of the other videos from earlier this week, right? One of the videos was a black woman specifically, and like I said, big ups to her and big ups to the other few black women out there that point this type of nonsense out and that call it out. And I've done this for years, right? And she was specifically stating that how you got this panel of older black women up there telling all of the black women, including younger black women, that, hey, you need to have this type of phase. It is A-okay to go out there and do this, right? To go out there and get your back broken by umpteen different guys, to be worn out to the point where it looked like an avalanche went through a forest. It is A-okay to sit up there and do that and yada yada. Don't have any remorse about it. You don't have to try to validate anything to anybody. You can just do it. And she's completely calling this out. No, you don't go out here and do this and yada yada. And then I wanted to showcase the video underneath of Charleston White. Because again, on this platform, I told people countless times, the reason that Charleston White does the things that he does and he talks the way that he talks is because in order to get through to black people, in order to give certain information, you have to talk just like them. Because for whatever reason, a lot of black people feel that if you talk to them as human beings, that they're going to listen to other black people, and that's just not the case. Trust me, I've been doing social media for a very long time, and that's just not the case. I done seen it up and down and everywhere around. The only people that can really talk to black people as if they have some type of common sense is really white people. Just going to be honest. Just going to be honest. Don't care if you dislike what I said. Disprove what I'm saying. Disprove what I'm saying. Because we have a lot of elders directly in the black community who have been trying to talk to black people, and black people don't even want to listen to the elders. They don't even want to respect the elders. They don't even value the elders. And that is just a fact. This is not up for debate. I ain't trying to talk about no stats or whatnot, whatever. It is what it is. It just 100% is what it is. But the main reason I wanted to show off the video dealing with Charleston White is because this is Charleston White at his core. This is him genuinely caring. This is him giving out information. This is him trying to direct somebody and tell them where it is that they need to go. He's not trying to belittle. He's not trying to call directly out of their name. He's not trying to devalue. He's not doing any of the stuff that normally black women would talk about online whenever it deals with black men and black women having conversations. He's talking to her as another human being. He's talking to her respectfully, but also being straightforward. And you can clearly see the goofy deciding that, oh, I'm going to play with my hair. I'm not going to take any of this serious. I'm just going to try to be up here, look all cute just so I can get some type of attention. And then you heard that she stated in the video, which the two women here did not want to address, how the woman stated that, hey, she attracts felons. Now, it's amazing to me that when I can showcase videos of Black women being problematic and there are areas there that need to be fixed. And again, these are critiques. There are areas there that need to be fixed. Because I, as a Black man, like I said before, there's no way in hell that I could sit up there and direct Black women, because Black women are not going to listen to a Black man. This is just factual. This is not up for debate. Don't need stats. Don't need none of that. The only people that Black women realistically listen to and allow them to lead, number one, is the white man, aka the government or whoever their boss or their supervisor is, or the head of the corporation or the business. And number two, gay men. Those are the main two men in existence that can tell Black women what to do, and they'll follow and they'll listen, and they'll do whatever it is that those men tell them to do. When it deals with Black men that want to protect them and make sure that they are seen in a certain type of light, that they are carrying themselves in a certain type of way, oh, we're getting called all types of words, everything under the sun and the moon, we're everything negative, we're the most violent, we're this, we're that. We've never cared for the community, never cared for women, never cared for kids. Any and everything that they can throw that's negative, that's what they're going to do, versus actually listening. Case in point, the two comments that you see here. Because if these two women, assuming that they are Black, if they actually cared about Black women, number one, going to the very first video, why is it that when these 4 or 5 panelists of Black women up there, when they're telling these women to go out there and have this type of phase, why aren't they telling these Black women like, hey, you need to tighten up. Hey, you need to start wearing protection. You need to stop going out here raw. You need to stop jumping from every Tom, Dick, and Harry and potentially getting pregnant and all this other type of stuff. Why don't they specifically tell them that, hey, you're at a higher level of catching certain STDs and AIDS and HIV. You are the main group that is up there catching a lot of these viruses and so on and so on because of the lack of protection, because of the lack of caring. The main thing that I've said up there and told women in general, it is not up to a man to realistically care about your body. That is up to you. Just like it is not up to a woman to care for a man's body. That is up to that man. Like I said, even with these videos being directly up there, you still have people wanting to be focused on the Black man. They still want to blame the Black man directly for something. Even with Charleston White being a Black man, being a person that he is, trying to inform this young Black girl, because obviously you don't see videos of Black women trying to get into touch with this young girl, trying to correct her, trying to make sure that she's not going after the same types of guys that are detrimental, that mean her life harm, that may shorten her life expectancy. They're not out there trying to do that. They're not trying to knock down her door. They're not trying to meet up with her on social media or whatnot or whatever. So you got this Black man doing it. And again, somehow, some way, these two want to focus on something completely different. Oh, I'm anti-Black woman. Oh, I'm throwing Black women under the bus. No, I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm showcasing to you problems that obviously you're not fixated and focused on, that are below your radar, because you want to be fixated on whatever it is that Black men are doing. If somebody tells you that a Black man just sat up there and snuck into somebody's garage, you want to be fixated on that, and then you want to be, oh, Black men are criminals, Black men are this, Black men are that. But yet you got all of these Black women that have showcased on this platform that are going after your kids. They're sitting up there targeting students. You got these Black women that are in the school system that's hopping from student, doing all of that nonsense, but you don't want to say nothing. But the moment of time, if I happen to showcase a Black man doing it, oh, now your mouth is open. Now you want to sit up there, and ooh, you want to start talking about it. You want to start publicizing it. It's crazy to me. Like I said before, it's the double-sidedness, the lopsidedness when it deals with how it is that people care about certain things is very tiring. It's 2025. I need people to get a more balanced point of view. And that's one of the main things that I've advocated for, that I have tried my best throughout my years to at least try to give in some type of way, fashion, or form, but eludes me. Because again, you have a lot of Black people that would rather stay at a certain level where they could always be the victim of something versus taking the reins and being the head or the lead of their lives and their destiny. So there we are. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that's stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.